You're probably wondering why you're all here. Well, the years of sleeping in and living with 5 cats caught up with me, and I'm, well, dead. Since I don't have many worldly possessions, I thought you guys would enjoy finishing my novel. Yes, the one I've been working on since high school. It shouldn't be too hard, so just figure out something you know for me. With love, from beyond the grave, Mark.
So John, do you know what he wrote about?
I think it was something about he, him, and his dog. You know, the one he was really creepy with. You know, right, Eric?
Dear God, Sarah, he's dead. Leave him alone.
I think it's a love story.
About?
His dog?
No, asshole. It's the classic boy meets girl. They hit it off, and, something terrible happens, and then they find out they love each other.
It's Notebook enough.
I think I liked it better when it was about the dog.
So Mark wants us to finish this Walk to Remember?
Should be easy enough. Let's see what we're working with. Jim and Heather finished their dinner and decided to take a scenic walk. The emotions between them was about to culminate into something they couldn't describe. Grabbing her hand, he looked into her eyes and... that is it.
I don't like it at all. Let's try this. Grabbing her hand, he looked into her eyes and told her, "I have cancer." She looks visibly disheartened as she brings out a letter that says, "I don't love you." She talks about how they come from different classes and how she has a fiance. He attempts to grab her hand and talk to her again, but he doesn't remember her anymore. She doesn't remember him anymore either, and they both go their separate ways.
I think we should try this again.
Let's try something like this. He looked into her eyes and told her that it was all a lie, and he was having sex with his sister. Then, she reveals that it was his brother. He gets mad and walks into the street. She follows after him to argue with him about his actions. They stand in the street and argue about how stupid they both were. Then, they get hit by a car.
So we want to get this thing published, right? Let's give the guy some vampire teeth and an open shirt. Get the girl a bow and arrow.
And send them into the forest to kill the other tributes?
Exactly. Yes. But it needs more. How about let's have 2 guys, since Glee did it, and we can do it. So the 2 new guys walk together and talk about One Direction's new CD, and they begin to sing about it, and
I'm going to take my hand away from your mouth now.
wasn't even to the 50 Shades of Grey part.
I'm going to need you to stop trying to turn Mark's book into something stupid.
Really? You were one Gosling short of the Notebook.
Those books sell.
Not as much as the Hunger Games.
Doesn't matter since all your ideas suck compared to mine. Are you kidding me? My idea was solid gold. Golden.
I think we should at least try to work together.
Now, are we going to be fair?
Yeah, this is our story anyway.
So where are we going to start?
From the beginning, obviously. Grabbing her hand, he looked into her eyes and told her that he was the lucky one.
He then put a paper bag over her head because he couldn't handle her face anymore.
Why does it have to be a girl?
Timeless love stories. It has to be like this.
Says who?
Both of you need to shut up so we can finish this. Now let's keep going.
He put the bag over her head in order to surprise her with the ring.
It's so cliche.
He should have surprised her by leaving completely.
You're ruining the story I'm trying to make.
With the plot of everything from the last song.
And what are you doing, John? You're trying to make the trendiest book of the century.
I'm trying to make something that will sell.
You're making a mess of my story.
Are you kidding me? This is definitely my story.
Really, Sarah? All you're doing is making the worst possible ending.
It's realistic. Nothing ends well.
Like this book.
I think Mark would want something better than what we're giving him.
Yeah. He wanted us to finish it together.
Then let's make something beautiful.
Alright, Jim and Heather finished their dinner and decided to take a scenic walk. The emotions between them was about to culminate into something they couldn't describe. Grabbing her hand, he looked into her eyes and told her that he loved her.
He loved the little things about her. You know, how she always wore different hats every day, or how she poked his little nose to be cute.
So, he decided it was time to actually do it. He got down on one knee.
She couldn't handle her emotions as she just shouted yes over and over again.
Then, they hugged and got really emotional with each other.
What does that even mean?
You know.
And they walked off together to enjoy the rest of their lives.
Until the ninjas attacked!
Sarah,
Or not.
I think Mark would be proud.
It's perfect.
him and his dog would love this.
I told you.
Alright, let's get this thing published.
For Mark!
Disappointed!